Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. I'm sorry, I was putting things up on the screen as I was talking. It was kind of rude, but I had to figure it out as I was like halfway through talking, man. But still, we are going to be jumping into the band known as Monochromatic Black with their song called Abaddon. It is female fronted, I believe, just from the comments. Her scream and gutters are better than most guys, so I'm assuming it's very much female fronted. Besides that, I have no fucking idea. So, what's more to do? We have lyrics, we have a video. Let's put the two together and start this breakdown. Is it just me, or am I the only one getting Ginger vibes from this shit, man? I don't know. Just the way it's played sounds very much like Ginger and like a similar sort of style. Like obviously her voice is much deeper, and that howled growl is very difficult to do. Holding a growl for longer than about 8 to 9 to 10 seconds is absolute insanity. As like you just have really perfect breath control, and it's very difficult. Like if you've never tried it, trust me, try holding even like a normal note for 8 or 9 seconds, never mind a growl. Either way. I'm sorry to pause it so early, man. Let's get going. I wasn't expecting such a deep, like, brutal growl coming from this person, man, but still. This is awesome. Ginger vibes, deep growls. What more do we really need from this?
You will not say my divine wings are
I don't know if I want to fucking pause this, man. This is so fucking cool. Timings are very much a progressive style. At least from what I can tell from this, it's very much progressive in terms of drum sounding, as it's not in one very specific way. It has a very off timing to it. It's not a time you usually headbang to, it's a time that's a bit off. It changes its signature. But like, I'm not an expert in this shit, man. Like, I need to take some fucking classes in music theory in order to kind of completely understand this, I think. Like, that's kind of one of my goals. I'm actually, like, take some music theory. Or if you guys know anybody that would like to teach me some music theory, that'd be fucking awesome. But besides that, we're gonna jump straight into the lyrics and just break this shit down. You will not see, blinded by wings, darkness and fear envelop me. So yeah, you will not see, you will be blinded by these wings, these dark wings. Darkness and fear will envelop me. The weakness grows inside, starts the dancing swarm. So yeah, obviously the weakness is beginning to grow. The dancing swarm, I'm not quite sure. There's no escaping, you can't hide from me. You have to succumb to your self-hatred with me. As in, like, you have to succumb to that self-hatred, to that inside of yourself, that growing fear, that growing darkness, just being blinded by it, succumbing to it, if you will. And that's such a cool way to start this. I just love really well thought out lyrics, just the way that you could very much make the song much simpler, like lyrically, but I'm glad they didn't choose to do that. I'm glad they went for something a little bit different, man, but still, let's keep going. Contemplation. Ululate. I can't even say that fucking word, but it means to growl or to scream in like with a passion, with grief, most likely. There's something like that. Like that is, I think that's pretty much what the word means. There's something along those lines anyway. Is this fate drowning me? Like, is my fate itself just drowning me? contemplation and having that grief, that grief and scream once again. Is this fate drowning me? Futility, losing me. So yeah, is what I'm doing futile? Is what I'm doing is what I'm doing helping? Is what I'm doing anything at all? We don't know. I'm still losing myself. And now we're down to where we were before. Sorry for my voice there. I've had like 3 days off, man, so I've kind of just like had like a nice chilled out time, and I'm not used to speaking, so you just have to bear with me for a couple of videos, most likely, man, but still, let's keep going.
I never wanted this. I never knew how bad this could get. You will bow down the unwanted creation. Take my guiding hand. Take my guiding hand with you. Take my guiding hand.
I don't know if you want to break it down. I just wanted to mention the way she's scrolling, her pronunciation. Like, it's been perfect for the most part. But instead of saying to take rain, to take reen, like, you know, she couldn't quite get the R-E-I-N, like, just trying to get the R-E-I, like, right. It's a very difficult word to pronounce while you're going, like, because to get the deepness, generally you go for a mid and you manipulate it with the way that you move your mouth in order to kind of manipulate the mid into a lower version of itself, and it kind of just fucks with the way you can pronounce words sometimes. So yeah, it's just one of the things I thought I'd point out, just like as we go through, man. Let's go. I don't know what this building up to, but it's building up to fucking something. I don't know what's it building to. It's building into something. I know it's building towards an ending, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's something about to drop. I don't know why. It's just a feeling I got from this, but I want to kind of break down where we are so far until we get to that point of the drop. Maybe there ain't gonna be a drop, I don't know, but we'll see. And so, man, I'm gonna jump straight back into the lyrics. So, I never wanted this. I never knew how bad this could get. You will bow down, the unwanted creationist. As like, I never wanted this. What has happened? I never knew how bad all of this could get. You need to bow down now, the unwanted creationist, the creationist of wanting. Like, you know, the person who believes in the God, basically. Take my guiding hand with you. I will lead you to the pool. It could be very much a Christianity-based thing, because Abaddon itself is based off the Bible. Like, you know, the actual song title, like Abaddon is based off the Bible, isn't it? So, it kind of makes sense that they're kind of like going towards the creation side and kind of using parts from that to do it. Like the Take My Guiding Hand is obviously probably like a Jesus reference, is what I'm assuming. But it depends how they're twisting it. It depends how they're doing it. They're doing it in a way where your frail mind allows this darkness to come in, the darkness of Christianity to come into your mind, to allow the abyss to come in, as Abaddon was the ruler of the abyss or something along those lines. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've read that fantasy book, to be fair with you, but still. Your frail mind allows the darkness to take reign, drowning you in sorrow. So yeah, your frail mind that can barely take anything, allows everything in to take it, reign within your mind to crown itself, and just to drown you within that sorrow. Time keeps going, and yes, I feel like it has stood still. The ghastly ways to hold me down. This is all depression based. It's all based off like the force of religion and depression and all these other things kind of crushing down onto your mind, onto your soul, onto your sorrow itself. And like losing breath as the sun starts to fade, I thrash around looking for a way out of this swamp of self-destruction. So yeah, losing breath as the sun, the only remnants of light begin to fade. Thrashing around looking for a way out of this self-destruction, out of this swamp of my mind, out of this way of being and seeing and just not wanting to go through it anymore. Not wanting that shit. So how now? As weak mental walls cave in, flourish the decay of the inner Abaddon. Flourish the decay. The inner Abaddon. The Abaddon was like the ruler of the abyss, is what if I'm remembering it rightly. So the inner Abaddon would be the inner abyss. And flourishing the decay of that abyss, the decay of your mind, your mental barriers and being just coming down, everything crumbling around you. And yeah, man, it's such a sick fucking lyrical song. I just enjoy it so much. That's why I adore fucking deep, dark lyrics that are written very well. As it just shows so many different things. You could take 3, 4, 5 different meanings from this and just have it all come together nicely, man. But besides that, let's finish the song, man. Let's keep going. Interesting, okay. What I did notice was there was a lot of, the bass was very much tech death based. If you've ever listened to a lot of tech death, you'll kind of hear it, you'll hear that kind of like bits between it, like, you know, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was just after halfway in the song, there's a lot of tech death bass put in there. The guitar solo, I didn't feel it, like, in all honesty, it was too rushed. It was like, what is it, like 10-15 seconds at the end? Like, it was too rushed, it was too fast for the guitar player to play. Like, it just sounded like a bunch of noise, in all honesty. It wasn't. Yes, it was technical. Was it a nice kind of technical? No, not particularly, was it? So, either way, I'm going to jump into the rest of the breakdown of the song. Alright, so how did the rest of the song sound? Was it amazing? Well, it had so many different elements. Like I've already mentioned, it has tech death elements, it has ginger elements. As we know, like, ginger is kind of influenced by Archspire, because Archspire have those little breaks in the middle of the songs that kind of just sound really cool. This band didn't really do that. I don't know whether they were inspired by ginger, but I'm assuming ginger just have that kind of sound. This had a very progressive sound about it, just like ginger do. It's why people find it very difficult to classify them into one single genre, because they sound very different to almost anything else. As that's what this band is attempting to do. Apart from the guitar solo at the very end, the song was very good because of its lyrics, because of the way it's played, because of the timings not being exactly the same, because of kind of keeping your interest by moving everything around a fair bit. Some could say moving it around a bit too much, but me personally, I fucking adore progressive music, so that's just a total me thing to really enjoy. Besides that, her vocal range is insane. Like, I love her growls, her deeps. I wish there were more deeps in it. In all honesty, she kind of went towards her like higher range and her like mid to highest throughout most of the song, unfortunately. But her growls are amazing. Like, regardless of where she's really going with them, wherever she feels comfortable, she's just putting putting on a really good show. That's what you really need to do as a vocalist when you're trying to show off a band when they spin thousands of other bands before you that you need to show some kind of like nuance, some kind of newness to show that you can do something better than what every other band in this genre can do. And they really did it. They really pulled off to show that they really are unique away from everything else, and just to show, yes, we're different, we're not quite 100% in some different aspects, but we're basically the full package, and you need to start listening to what we're doing, because we're going to change this whole genre to just fit us. And that's exactly what you want to hear from a band. You want a band that doesn't give a fuck, and it's just like, you know what, I'm going to do what I want to do because I fucking enjoy it. And that's the kind of vision I got from this band. So without me like droning on for too much longer, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was so fun to make. This was such a great song to do. I'm glad that whoever suggested it, because I forgot to check, suggested it, and I hope you guys will have a wonderful day, evening or nights. I have a Discord down below. There's a link somewhere. You'll find it if you look at the comments or whatever. And I'll catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.